Today we're taking a look at section 3-3 and we'll be working some sample problems from page 107 in the text is where we start. And I'm going to begin with number 8. Now in this problem, our directions at the top of the page say find the range, the variance, and the standard deviation for the given sample data. Include appropriate units such as minutes in your results. The same data were used in section 3.2 where we found measures of center. Here we find measures of variation. Then answer the given questions. Okay, so we're given a series of numbers. And this is from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, conducted crash tests of child booster seats for cars. Listed below are results for the seats with the measurements given in HIC, which is a measurement of standard head injury criterion. According to the safety requirement, the HIC measurement should be less than 1,000 HIC. Do the different child booster seats have much variation among their crash test measurements? Okay, so we have 774, 649, 1210, 546, and 431, and one last one, 612. Okay, on these I'm going to use the calculator to do the number crunching. Okay, so what I want to do is go to Stat, and I want to go to Edit, and let's see, I'm going to clear my two lists. Okay, and clear this list 1, highlight the L1, clear, and enter. Okay, so I'm going to enter 774, 649, 1210, 546, 431, and 612. Okay, so you'll want to double check your numbers to make sure you haven't made an error in entering them. Okay, now we go to Stat. We want to calculate. We want one variable stats. We can put in L1 or you can just leave it blank. And I'm going to press enter. Okay, now to find the sample standard deviation, sample standard deviation is the 272.7. 272.7. Now, the range we can get by taking the high number minus the low one, the 431. So the high number is our 1210 minus our low number is 431. So we get 779. Now, the one that's the hardest is variance. Remember, variance is S squared, or the standard deviation squared. So I'm going to get that from the calculator, and I'm going to show you how to do it. You want to go to second. I don't want second. I think it's vars. Okay, we go to number 5. And what we want is we want the standard deviation, which is number 3, and we want to square it, and then we're going to press enter. So we're getting 74,383.5 is the way we'd round that up. 74,383. 74,383.5 HIC. Okay, so now let's see, what else does it ask? It asks, and that's squared. I should mention that. Do the different child booster seats have much variation among their crash test measurements? And I would say yes, looking at this, and actually this as well. I would say yes. Okay, let's go to 10. We're doing the Florida manatees again, and we have 78, 81, 95, 73, 69, 79, 92, 73, 90, and 97. So we're going to go through this in the same way. We want to come up with our S squared, and our range. Let's go ahead and do the range first. Our highest number, it looks like, is 97. And let's see, what is our lowest number? 73.69. Okay. Let me clear this. Clear the calculator. Okay, I've got everything cleared. Okay, so I wanted to take my largest value, which is 97 minus 69. So that's a range of 28. Now I want to go to Stat and Edit, and I need to go up and clear that list. So I hit clear and then enter. Now I'm going to enter my numbers: 78, 81, 95, 73, 69, 79, 92, 73, 90, and 97. Whoops. Let me go back here. That should be 90. Didn't press enter hard enough. 97. Okay. So now I want to go to Stat. I want to calculate, so I'm going to move over to the right to Calc. One variable, Stats. Okay, and my standard deviation is 10 point, I'd round that up to a 1. Since they want our units. Now, let's go through how to get the S squared. You want to go to VARs. You want to choose number 5. So you can either scroll down and hit enter or press number 5. You want the standard deviation, which is number 3. So again, you can scroll down and press enter, or you can hit number 3. Then you want to square it. The variance is the square of the standard deviation, and then enter. And we're getting 101.1. So, what we found out for number 10, that we have a range of 28 manatee deaths, that the standard deviation is 10.5. They're saying 10.1. Let me go back to my calculator. Yes, 10.1. I did that wrong. Wrote it down wrong. 10.1 manatee deaths, and then our S squared would be 101.1 manatee deaths squared. And I think that's why I avoid talking about the variance. I tend to use the standard deviation and the range more often, because this to me seems like it doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, so that's number 10. Let's move on to number 15, or number 18, the freshman 15. We did this one for when we looked at means. 3, -2, -2, 5, -2, 7, 2, 4, 1, 8, 1, 0, -5, and 2. Okay, so there are weight losses for the freshmen. So we want to find, again, range, standard deviation, and the variance. Okay, the range, we want to take the highest gain, which is 11, minus the smallest number is -5. So we get 16, and these were measured in kilograms, and 15 pounds corresponds to 6.8 kilograms. Okay, now let's go to the calculator for the standard deviation. And again, I'm going to clear the keys, and also I want to clear what I have here. And go to Stat, Edit, and I want to go up and I want to hit Clear and Enter to clear the whole column. Okay, so I'm going to enter these numbers: 11, 3, 0, -2, 3, -2, -2, 5, -2, 7, 2, 4, 1, 4, and then a 1. Okay, 8 and a 1, 8, and then a 1. 0, -5, 2, 0, -5, 2. So let's go to Stat. We want to go to Calc, and I'm just going to enter. Okay, so for our standard deviation, we're getting 4.1. 4.1 kilograms. Now to find our variance, we want to go to VARS. We want to choose statistics, which is number 5. We want to choose the standard deviation, which is number 3. And we want to square it and enter. We get 16.5 when we round it. Okay, so range, whoops, flipped back. Range is 16 kilograms. The standard deviation